Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Eid. How do I say that, Jefferson? Eid Burak.
Just a happy Ramadan.
Okay. Thank you. Happy Ramadan. It's Friday. I hope everyone broke their fast. I hope everyone had a good week. My name is Catherine Gibson. I am here with Lovetta Davis and Jefferson Weah. We are the Friday night crew. We come to you 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So we spend the night with you. We bring in the Saturday with you. Every Friday, we give the weekly update for LIB Future TV. It's been a good week. And Lovetta, how's your week been?
The week been a little bit healthy, but thank God that I made it to the weekend.
I know. I saw some of the stories that you were doing. You were in the mix, in the traffic, in the mix. I said, "Whoa, this woman is fierce." Jefferson, I'm afraid of Lovetta. Look, little Sogos better not play with Lovetta. She was out in the mix this week. I was so impressed when I saw those stories that you have done. So tell us what happened this week. What's the trending news stories for tonight?
All right, trending news stories from Liberia. Digital device still locking students out. Express One Liberia's school ICT push has started. Many graduates never use a keyboard. Poor power, featuring teachers, and weak planning have ruined donor-funded projects, leaving youth unprepared for global digital or AI work and forcing reliance on foreign tech experts. MCC teachers blast Bwaka government over pay delays as analysis look at Cummings' play. Dozens of teachers of the Morovia Consolidated School System, MCSS, and contract staff say the Bwaka Kun administration has reportedly ignored their welfare, explaining their ordeal. They allege that the Civil Service Agency CSA has not signed employment letters for nearly a year, leaving many working months without salary and families under stress. They argue educators building high school skills deserve urgent attention. Analysis counter that an Arizona Cummings-led NC government will pay entry-level teachers $400 a month and aim to create 600,000 jobs in 6 years by heavily backing the private sector, tightening transparency, and digitizing investment or payments to curb bribery. They say investor confidence has eroded under Bwaka, citing selective prosecutions and alleged legal violations, and that decision-making of reforms by NC government will restore it. LAAA board chair accused of interfering in front page Africa, sources say. Liberia Airport Authority board chair Nya Menti is allegedly trying to influence a Justice Ministry investigation into operations and finances and unlawfully obtained staff payroll records in a case tied to MD Moses Hirsch removal. Meeting's alleged motive has been questioned by observers. Senior women lawyers urge graduates to lead at a Charlene Bronski Law Group launch on for female law grace. Liberia's top women lawyers called for bravery, hard work, mentorship, and solidarity. The event, part of Women's Day observance, told new lawyers not to wait for permission to lead. National ID rolls stuck by 1.7 million dead. The National Identification Registry says Liberia still can't access its biometric database because the Kenya vendor insists on payment of a 1.7 million United States dollars government debt. Millions remain unenrolled, hundreds of thousands of cards have expired, and World Bank funds are on hold as a restart committee has 1 month to report. And Bwaka Vinto's TVET Commission bill. President Bwaka sent the Litcom bill back to lawmakers citing legal and governance flaws. He said it blurs regulation and service delivery by mixing oversight or license accreditation with direct training functions transferred from existing agency. Those were the latest updates from Liberia.
Thank you, Lavetta. And Chairman Emmanuel George has joined us, Chairman of the ANC Diaspora USA. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our Friday night weekly update.
Thank you. Good evening, Lavetta. Good evening, Jefferson. And it's good to see you, Catherine. And good evening to our listeners. It's good to be on the show.
Yes, welcome to the show. Lavetta, yesterday you were here with Dr. Pearson and you went over a story about the new visa waiver with Barbados. And
Yeah.
you talked about that. Tell us a little bit about how Liberians could take advantage of that. What are the terms if they want to go to Barbados? Is it for work? Is it for vacation? What is it all about?
All right. Firstly, Barbados is an independent island country located in the lesser of the West Indies within the Caribbean region of the Americas. Liberia and Barbados' visa waiver is a landmark diplomatic agreement signed in March of this month, 2026, allowing citizens from both nations to travel to each other countries without needing a visa. To get the Barbados visa, it takes up to 10 working days, and the length of time to stay is up to 90 days per visit, visa free. The purpose for this visa waiver is for tourism, family visits, and short business meetings, not employment or study. If you want to go there
Mm.
for study or employment, you should, you know, go through the proper channel. You get a
Uh,
proper visa. Yeah,
okay. So this is for vacation, tourism. It's not for
yeah.
you to go to work.
Yeah,
Get
and
it?
you should make sure to have a Liberian passport valid at least 6 months from arrival with two blank pages, proof of return onward ticket and where you will stay, evidence you can support yourself during the visit. You have to complete the online Barbados Immigration Customs form completed within 72 hours before departure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Liberians want somewhere to work. That's what they need. They need work opportunities, not vacation opportunities. But
yeah.
it's a start, so we will take it. But thank you so much, Lavetta. Are you staying in studio with us tonight, or are you leaving studio tonight? You look good in the studio.
Oh, thank you. Let me stay around a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
let me stay around a little bit. Yeah.
That's good. Well, listen, our first story that we're covering tonight, as you all know, we go through the weekly updates. Our first story is about ABC, Alexander Benedict Cummings, and the ANC and their outreach. This was a topic that was touched on Tuesday. Remember that, Jefferson? On Tuesday, Saliki talked about this, and he talked about Alio Kiadi, who is the youth chairman of the ANC, and he mentioned that he was having these meetings. And I just put up a picture for our listeners. And Mr. Kiadi is in this conference room with all these young people having a meeting, and these were his district leaders of Montserrado County, and he was talking about all of their outreach efforts that they have been, partaking in. And we also saw on alternative TV, Mr. Cummings. He was, and I just put up a picture for our listeners of Mr. Cummings meeting in his home office with a group called ABC, these young women who are out uh, also doing outreach for him. And these women look very serious, very responsible young women. They are out doing some outreach efforts for the ANC. And we also saw this week that there was a launch of a group called Cummings Girls Brigade. And I put up another picture with Mr. Cummings and a group of girls called the Cummings Girls Brigade. So there was all of these things that we saw happening with the ANC and Mr. Cummings. It looks like a lot of focus on the youth, but just wanted to ask, Dr. George, he's here. He can tell us what's going on with the ANC.
As the AMC is live, is well, is strategizing and putting in different strategies to reach to Liberian people at different levels. So as you can see from those photos, the political leader and the party is having one-on-one meeting, having meetings with groups and empowering those groups to go in the community. And then we have the youth leader also have been visiting the districts in Montserrado County and will be leaving Montserrado counties for other counties to empower the youth movement, to motivate them, inspire them, and strengthen them into the work we are doing. And there are other groups that we cannot mention who are working in different ways that are blending into the ANC and agenda of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings. Liberia have a large youthful population, and there's a great population that will be first-time voters by the time we get into 2029. Anybody who is in sixth, seventh, eighth grade will be of age for 2029, and the ANC is working towards motivating that group of voters because the future of the country is in their hands. They want to live their future now, and Mr. Cummings is bringing to the table what need to understand that Liberia has a bright future and to be able to be part of brightening Liberia. So that's what's going on with the party in Liberia. Yeah, in the US, the party is working towards develop financially supporting Liberia. So on the last Sunday of this month, we are launching fundraising drive that will help us to get the funds we need to support the activities that is going on with the youth movement, with the Cummings Girls Brigade, with other groups in country that others group in country that are working along with us.
Okay. So the activity on the ground, you said the youth leader is moving. I think a lot of people um, want to know, is there any difference to what the ANC is doing this time around? Is there any change in the approach? Are you all going to be on the ground? Are you going to be moving through town, city to city, town to town? People ask that. In fact, this week, Dr. George, I don't know if you heard of this musician CIC. It was a breaking news that happened this week. Welcome, Saliki.
Thank you, Miss Catherine, and
Happy
good to see
Ramadan.
you, Dr. Josh. I'm not getting you. I think you have me there.
Did you hear
Good
what I
evening,
said?
Speaky Ramadan Karen.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
There was breaking news this week. The musician CIC came out with a statement, and he was mostly complimenting Mr. Cummings. And I agree with him. He said Mr. Cummings is presidential material. We covered this on LIB Future TV Facebook page. We did an article on it. He said Mr. Cummings was presidential material. He said Mr. Cummings was top notch. He called him detailed. He said he knows his plan. He knows the plan for his country. In fact, he said, my first vote as a citizen of Liberia was Cummings. He said, but he was punished. He was punished when he supported Mr. Cummings. He was blacklisted, he said, and it almost hurt his career. And then he talked about, he wanted to see some changes. He said Mr. Cummings had some people around him and a lot of people say this. Mr. Cummings had some people around him, and that he also said, he didn't like the PR that Mr. Cummings campaign did last time. So, you know, what did you think about that story? And has there been any changes that the ANC is taking on this time around? What's going to be different? Can you hear Dr. George?
Oh,
You're
sorry.
muted.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry, I was muted. Yeah. What CRC is saying, and I think there's another write-up that is out there that was shared with me today. What they are saying, at the level we do agree with them, we do agree that Mr. Cummings is the best person to run the country. He showed great vision in 2017 when he told the Liberian people that our national budget can be over $1 billion. It took several years until last year, and the current budget for the Unity Party government say, "Oh, can we do a budget of $1.2 million?" Even though it's not within the developmental agenda that Mr. Cummings has in mind. And right now, he's preaching that the budget can be over $2 billion. It can be bigger than that because, and that message he's sending out definitely shows that one, the vision that he has for the country and where the country can be is far ahead of many, many politicians in Liberia. So that put him ahead of most politicians. The issue of people around him, CRC and others, they are the people that are around Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings have always shown that he's down to earth. Last 2 weekends we were down in Atlanta, Georgia, to celebrate the ANC Queen, and he appears there. We were not fully expecting him, even though we knew he was in town. But he appeared. He stayed there until 12:30 that night with the team. I'll go around and interacting and socializing. I have a video where he was dancing on the dance floor, showing his strokes. So every one of us are the people around Mr. Cummings. It's just the matter of the conversation that we are having, at what level of conversation we are having, and how we want to bring him in this conversation. I think a major change that the party have taken is this conversation that Mr. Cummings is having with smaller groups, with the Girls Brigade, the Cummings Girls Brigade, with the university students, with high school students going to the Seventh-day Adventist High School in Painesville, into a youth leader, having conversation of what leadership is all about. That is another move is taking him to have this conversation with with Liberians of the future. Not only that, we also have more empowerment going to leadership. So the last time many complained that everything was coming from the top and was being led by the top, but now we see the pictures that you show with Aliyu meeting with youth leaders in the community and empowering them to go into the community and recruit and bring people on board to this great party. We also reaching out to Liberian politicians who have been who know different political terrain. The party is reaching out and having those conversations. So yes, again, we did have a post-mortem after the 2023 elections. And some of these things that are being shared right now, it will also share in that report. I was privileged to have been one of those who participated in the writing of that the writing of that report, and we definitely know that yes, the issue of communication is highlighted, and that's the reason why we are supporting different communication platform, whether it is Liberia Future TV or whether it's the general on the other end, whether it's the launching of the ANC TV, which by the time we get enough fund will be put into full gear. Those are having a radio station in Liberia that propagates through all the different counties. Those are things we need to, we realize that we need to work in the media space and have very strong communicators to communicate the vision and the aspiration of the 20th National Congress and the vision of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings as the political leader of this party. So on the one hand, yeah, I do agree with most of the point that CRC put in his message, but I will also encourage CRC and all other musicians and all those who have been supporting the party that feel weary. First, politics is a marathon. It's not a 100-meter sprint, right? It's a marathon. In fact, I like to see it as a decathlon where you have different contours that you have to navigate in order for you to reach success. And for us to be successful at the 20th National Congress, we have to pass through different contours. So I'm encouraging CRC and every other person who felt hurt during the 2023 election, who felt they were black out, to come on board. And once you come on board, what CRC experienced, many people will experience it. You experience it in your family, you experience it among your friends who are struggling to see the vision that we are sharing. And once they catch the vision, you will find out that instead of blocking you, they will be giving you great hugs and embrace. So yes, I do agree with most of what he said, and I'm encouraging everybody to come back. All the ANC members who were driving this party before we went into the 2023 elections, who were hurt because we joined the CPP arrangement, those who were hurt when we joined the second round with the CDC, come back on board. The party is still here. Let us energize the party in Liberia and different parts of the diaspora.
Saliki?
Yeah. Once again, greetings to everybody. Good to see you, Chairman George. And Jefferson, is Jefferson in studio today?
Yep, Jeff and Lavetta is in studio today too.
Oh, greetings to Lavetta and Jefferson. Good to see you guys. So again, I just want to chime in on this CRC post. I think you put it right, Ms. Catherine. CRC, but just to clarify, I think you share your experience during 2017, not 2023, because CRC wasn't really around 2023. But the experience in share was 2017, which was Mr. Cummings' first time participating. So some of the things he said, they are all true, and the good thing about it is that we've had many people coming to say this, similar thing to what he's saying. And I think at some point, part of his post also, he was suggesting that Mr. Cummings change his surrounding, right? And that's something a lot of people have recommended. But here is a twist to that. I wish he could come back, reconsider his decision, come back, and for the sake of the country, now he understands that Mr. Cummings is a duty originated person. He's a good leader in all of that. So he can come back and we all can work together just as Chairman George put it. But this argument, not only was from CRC though, but a lot of people who always say Mr. Cummings should change his surrounding, right? So, for example, let's say you, Catherine, you are close to Mr. Cummings, and CRC want Cummings to change you, right? And Cummings agreed to change you. So the question is, who isn't going to replace you? Who is willing to take that role that you are serving? Who is willing to do that? That's a big question. And most of them, they only come and suggest, right? Change people, but they're not willing to step forward. Which put Mr. Cummings in a difficult position. Yeah? He's always willing to change, right? But is if it's changing Siliki Kuma, who isn't going to replace Siliki Way? And you that are making a suggestion, you are not willing, especially the volunteer, the energy, and everything Siliki is putting into it. Are you coming with that same energy? Are you coming with that same mindset? That's a big question. And I'm not going to call anybody in, right? But I will share a short story quick that I personally experienced 2023, the last election. So a few months to the announcement of our full campaign team, the CPP, because we ran on CPP ticket in 2022, right? So we're looking for a communication director to head the communication of the party. The party were looking for somebody to head the communication. And Arthur Jackson, not Arthur Jackson, but Samuel Jackson rather, who used to be in the UK. He was a former information minister in the UP government. And he traveled to Liberia. I think the team was looking at him. But he used to live around Broadville to where Gloria Mususka used to live. So when that incident happened and Gloria Mususka's daughter passed off and all of that, so he was afraid actually because the way the opposition was presenting our case, like government official went there to kill the young girl, right? Because that was the news at that time. That Okoji sent people, even one renowned Liberian lawyer in the US called Jerome Vorder. He went on Spoon and started narrating story as though he was there, right? How Jefferson Koji sent one valley teller to go and do all these things. And CDC didn't have the propaganda arm to defend that lies against them back then. So it was actually believed that Koji killed that girl to scout error. So as we were living around, he was afraid. He said, "Look, the father living around here, critical all the men, and they already come here to kill to kill somebody. So I have to leave." So as he had to book his flight with Brazil, where Mr. Cummings and Louis Brown was in Nimba. So he was already on the flight when he called Louis Brown that, "Look, my wife said I should return back, so I'm going, but I will be there, giving my full support to the team." So he was actually the guy we were looking at, right? So fast forward, somebody who name I would not call you because we stay in this politics stuff, right? So it's not good to call people name. Somebody who always come on the internet and say, "Mr. Cummings should change the pressing. He should change the pressing. He should change the surrounding. In fact, he's a good man." Just as CRC is saying, right? The team reached out to that same person to head the committee, and he's a good guy, very influential. Do you know what was his demand? He accepted, but he demanded two things: that he should be paid 250,000 to head the committee. The man, what you say, he's good. The man who you say they should change people,
Right.
that you believe his vision and all of that, and now you have an opportunity to join his effort to change the country and all of that. You say they should pay you 200,000, right? So as if that was not enough, his second condition was when he's being paid that amount, he will not show a face. He will do it like a consultant basis.
Oh,
He'll
no.
be in the back. Yeah. Of course, somebody renowned, influential in that country. Just I can call his name because it's not good.
No.
We must still need this person, right?
Well, what I think your point is, that
Yeah.
what CIC is saying is that, look, there was some people around Mr. Cummings the last election that maybe should not have been there. This election, I don't see a lot of the same people around Mr. Cummings. I really think
Exactly.
Mr. Cummings has changed a
Exactly.
lot of the people around
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is that, yes, Mr. Cummings does have to work on the communications, and I think he is working on it. I can see it. It's been different. I watched the whole 2023 election, and I do see that they are making changes in their communication. And And I think that, you know, they're getting ready to start getting out there. I can see him meeting with people. I see him walking through the streets in Liberia. I see him meeting with district meeting. But I think what they're doing is they're using the youth to really push the momentum, and push the effort. So, you know, Lavetta, do you hear anything out there? I have a clip I can play. Um, but while I get it ready, Lavetta, do you hear anything out there in terms of the youth, what they're thinking? Are they even thinking about 2029?
Yeah, I've been around, and most of the youth, from the way things are going, uh, they are talking about 2029. They will take a different decision. Yeah, because the way they expected for things to go, things are not going like that right now. So, especially the issue that has to do with unemployment in the country, you find most young people graduate from university, graduate from high school, they don't have anything to do. So the young people are frustrated because of the situation currently in the country. So they are talking about taking a different route comes 2029. So right now I'm here in the Raleigh market in, and I have my sister here to talk to uh, this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome,
What is your name, Mama?
Lydia.
Okay, lady. I see you are selling. So how is business going now?
The business not very going. And even to get it, say how you get it, no buying. Our children said to even get school fee for the children, even food, nothing. No money now in the country.
So also business are very tough right now.
Business are very, very tough. No job, no business.
So with the current situation right now, so with the current situation right now, who do you think that will be the best person to lead this country comes 2029?
I think Alexander Kumi will be the best person because Alexander said that he will come and play blue and get a business, women business, even provide job, and all our children, all our high school, no job, they sitting doing nothing. So when Alexander Kumi get there, he will get all business money and provide job. After high school, our children will start going to college, they will get job to do, and money will be.
So Lavetta and then Jefferson, you can chime in too. Do you hear this same sort of sentiment, that Liberians are ready for change? They're ready for something new.
Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, just a day. I want at it's Wednesday. Yes, just I was around the Broadview area, and you know when this whole thing started. In fact, their frustration came from the lofa issue, and then being linked to you know Francis Yumale, the Minister of Local Government. Now, they're saying that every time President Puaka would come up with something or do something, but we cannot see change. We cannot see change, and so it was just something that I was passing, and it's about there's some. In fact, Kumis I always said, you keep doing the same thing. I mean, you always get the same result. So nothing has changed, and so many of them, the young people, they believe that, well, they've given two governments a chance, so they're anticipating that Mr. Cummings be given the opportunity, the chance, so that owing to the fact that he has his I mean, some business connections, serving one of the largest beverage companies in the world as a second man in charge. So they believe that, well, if we give Cummings a chance in 2029, Liberia could have a little transformation. So those were just conversations specifically around the VOA Junction area. That's why they were and they were a group of motorcyclists having these kinds of conversations and arguing amongst themselves.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I want to tell CIC that freedom is never free. And Liberia is under an invisible cage of corruption and greed. That is what is keeping the country so behind in terms of jobs. The budget, the money is spent on a few people, and the rest of the people suffer and they don't have jobs. Sanitation, no health care, no jobs. And that's because of a few people. And those are the people who are fighting the hardest against Mr. Cummings because they know that once he is president, he will stop the corruption, he would change the budget, and more people will have access to health care, education, jobs. And they're afraid of that because they all get these little paper bags. They are in that paper bag society. That's what they do, and that is destroying the country. So I want to tell CIC that freedom is never free, that you have to be in the game if you're going to win the game. You can't stand on the sideline and say, you know what, my man, I'm doing my music. You have to be in the game. You have to be the change you want to see. So if you want to see the communications different, get out there, start making music, start start impacting your, he has, I think he has over what, 300,000 fans on his page. He could make music, he could impact the conversation that way instead of sitting around complaining about it. So hopefully he would change his mind. Dr. George, you want to give the last word on this topic on what we should look forward to, with the ANC and their outreach efforts?
Yes, we're going to be having more engagement in the coming months. We're going to be we're going to maintain the small engagement, not having big crowds, party or rallies. We're going to maintain the engagement. The youth will be going out. The party have just the political leader along with the party executive recently appointed Mr. Tony Famulet as the vice chair for mobilization. Tony Famulet comes with a wealth of experience. He has been in the ANC for a very long time. He he was our campaign manager in Cape County, led the CPP campaign in Cape County, that brought the current senator for Cape County into his current position. Unfortunately, he flipped after we have sacrificed to get him there. But yeah, Tony is there. He's young too, energetic, just returned from his studies from China, coming to support the party. So that is bringing new energy to mobilization. And then the vice president, the vice chair for operations, Mr. Solomon is also coming on board with strategies to move into the various counties. So we will be coming out there. We'll be visiting you. You will see members of the ANC. But one thing is for sure, we need to change our country. And if you truly believe that we need to change our country, we are asking you out there to stand up and raise your hand. Raise your hand in your community. Start doing in your community. Invite us to come and stand with you side by side. But change have to start with you, and then we can collectively drive the change. So whatsoever community you are listening to my voice, start something. Start a Cummings reading group. Start a Cummings research group. Start a Cummings study group. Start a Cummings football team. Start something in your community, and start speaking door to door. And then if you need support, go out to the party headquarters, talk to Tony and talk to Ali. And then let me assure everyone that every day of the week, working day from Monday to Friday, there is an official of the ANC that is at the Alternative National Congress headquarters. And if you wonder where our headquarters is, it's All Road, Joe Bar, the road going by. There's a big building just on the road there. You can definitely walk in there any time, any day, Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A party executive, a party official will be there. And you may just run into the political leader because he visits the headquarters at least twice a week. So if you're out there and you want to start something in your community, start it. reach out, we will come. Every one of us must drive this change. We must make Liberia a great country. Liberia was a wonderful country. Many of you are young, so you did not experience it. But I did experience the wonderful country that we have today. I remember growing up, waking up in the morning in Sinka and seeing the sidewalks being cleaned, the machines sweeping the street of Monrovia. I remember when our parents did not have money to purchase things. I remember them using LPA, Liberia Pay, afterwards, where they purchase goods and furnitures in their homes, and the government of Liberia did take it from the salary and pay over time. I remember every vacation when high school closed and we went home for vacation, the government of Liberia employed us. I remember working with the Ministry of Youth and Sport, working at also at JFK Hospital in the maintenance department. And every March we got our salary from the government, and we used that to buy our books to go back to school, our books, our backpacks, our new shoes, new shirts, and going back to school. That was the Liberia we grew up with, and that's the Liberia, a better Liberia that the Alternative National Congress and Mr. Comey is offering. And if that's Liberia you're looking forward to and you wanting, I'm inviting you to join the ship. Come and bandwagon with us, and let us move the country so that in 2029 we will start to see the Liberia that we envision. Thank you.
Well, let's segue. That's a good segue. You said you remember them cleaning the streets. And so the Liberia that we have today, the Liberia that exists today, they are not cleaning the streets. And one of the topics for the week was sanitation.
Catherine?
And yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think I have to leave now. It is almost
Okay.
12 in Liberia. And
Yes. Thank you for staying this long, Lavetta. This is
okay.
our Lavetta.
Miss Catherine, can I come in quick?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, again, I just want to add on to what Chairman John said. The truth is, the people, Liberian people, bulk of the populations have entrusted the presidency of Liberia to. They've presented the leadership of the country in a different way, right? And so most Liberians think when you come on board and support an effort to bring communists to power, it's going to be the same thing. Wherein you, because most of the time you say, but why am I can't someone and make somebody president for they and a family to enjoy, right? And this is how they presented the presidency to you. Because when they get there, only they and a family can enjoy. And you don't get to get the benefit of that. So I think for some of you who have that doubt, you have a point. You have a valid point. But on the other hand, we've not been doing due diligence, right? We've not been looking at people's record. We've not been demanding for people to have presidential debates where they can share their platforms and vision for the country with us. We've not been doing that. Do you know that during election, people can threaten not to vote for a party because you're not getting a t-shirt or flyer? Of course, you know, and these are things that we waste our time on, right? So we have to get it right this time around, just as Chairman Charles put it. You know, you can have issues with one or two person in Mr. Kumi's circle, but once you realize that he's the best person, you alone coming on board can change that person's behavior or attitude or whatever it is. You can come up with just a mindset, right? But if you sit on the sideline and say you should change X, Y, Z person, and you are not willing to do the what that person is doing, that'd be fair now. If you were in commission, will you do that? Will you chase people away who are working hard for you and hope on people who are not willing to step up or put their faces on the line? Would you do that? The answer is no. So if all of us can identify that this man is good for the country, he's the best person for the country, it's just fair that we rally around him because Mr. Kumi said something during the first day, and I think he has spoken about this on so many occasions, right? On recent interview, that everything in the presidency he can afford it. And most of the things that are already there, he has it, right? For example, travel. No private citizen in Liberia right now can travel more than Kumis. That's a challenge. He can afford to travel anytime you want to travel. You talk about big cars. Any car you want to get, you can buy it without being president of Liberia. You talk about entering room where people will stay. He has experienced that before. That is not a strange thing to him. So he not see it before, right? So what else again? House. Have you seen his mansion to 15th Street and the one he's building to Marshall around Boston area? There? Have you seen it? So he's not going there for these things. And that's he's the only presidential candidate, right? That is committing to you since 2017 to today that if I win, I don't want salary. Whatever that money is, I have been blessed. We'll take that money and put it into agencies like the LACC to fight corruption. He's the only man committing to that. And since 2017 to now, when you ask him, he'll say, yes, this is what I will do. So we have to look at the big picture, right? And let's rather because the fight this man is on is not his own personal fight. Is a fight for all Liberians. The fact that he can even have the resilience, despite all reasons, tangible reasons to want to give up, but he can still continue to keep his focus and trying his best to stay focused and doing this again over and over. Look at what happened in 2023. You get one man called Appleton who'd never campaign, nobody saw any flyer for him, and he tells you the man can tell place. And all of us will sit there, we believe it. They're
Well,
doing opinion
I
poll.
don't think people believe it. I don't think
Yeah,
people
they're
believe it.
doing opinion poll the last time on Spoon. All the people that call, they can call Appleton in. And Appleton can't tell.
But nobody believed that.
You see? So
Nobody.
we have to rally around, we have to come on board and know that this is a fight for the soul of Liberia, not a fight for commies. Leadership, like one person can lead. You can get two people leading, a group of people leading. Like one person can lead. And Kumi has to be that person, right? He's the leader of this journey that we are on. But it requires all of us assisting, all Liberians from all walks of life. You can even be CDC man, you can be UP man, but the fact that 19 years these two parties been dominating, we still get issue with simple things, basic things like running water, electricity. That's a problem. And because of this, you can come up, you can say, you know what, as CDC, as UP member, I love my country. You can come on board, you join us. Just as challenge us.
I was reading this CDC post of somebody CDC, and he was wearing a shirt that says "Get Boca out." And in his post, he said, "Nothing has changed with this UP government." So he is indicting himself because he's saying that before was bad, now is bad, so nothing has changed. That's our point. That's what Mr. Cummings has said. Nothing has changed. When there was UP before, then CDC, now UP again. I don't know, it's been 20 days since the yellow machines hit the street. Jefferson, it's been 20 days. Has your life changed completely? Are you now wearing yellow every day?
I'm not part of yellow. I mean yellow suits. Yeah, I don't wear yellow.
I thought the yellow machines were going to bring the sun out, was going to bring jobs, they're going to drop from the sky, gold was going to just come in your backyard. No, no.
Well, the news we've been hearing about that yellow machine is that the um, the chairperson on that committee, Brani Samuka, has said that they'll pack the machines for I think for a couple of months. They have to train people how to operate the machines and what have you. And I was like, but all those, I mean, those the longest time, I mean, the machines stayed overseas. I mean, they didn't train people or aren't there qualified people already in Liberia who can operate those machines that you want to wait again for a couple of months before you can, I mean, start doing the work when the people in the rural parts are still suffering for farm to market roads and bringing their goods, and after harvesting their goods and then they perish, but you still going to keep the machines for. So I think it's a it's just a kind of
Oh, stop complaining, Jefferson. They call
campaign.
y'all the hand to mouth people.
It's yeah, it's a campaign strategy that they want to use. Wait for maybe earlier time. Yeah, and when the
Yeah.
campaign is drawing closer, then they put the machines out. I think that's what they
Oh,
want to do.
Jefferson, the president call us the hand to mouth people. because we want jobs. So that's what he called us. But let me show you this. And for the listeners out there, this is one of the trash sites in the market.
Again, folks, we are here in the Douala area doing assessment on the issue of the day. And the market people is saying that the relationship between they and the city police, it is not friendly at all as it relates to the demarcation. They have given it a specific area to sell, and they are selling there. And the other state, the city police, is still coming to them. And today we having interactions with the people around the Douala area. Like as you can see, the huge plot of debt here. The city government needs to get involved. This is completely a health hazard. You cannot see. Absolutely, you cannot see. So I think you can see the entire area looks very vulnerable, and we are talking to business people around this area. It's very hard that I can't really use this route, so I will have to cross the road because it's risky. It's risky. So I have to cross the road because I cannot be able to use that route. I think you see the huge smoke and a cloud of death. So folks, we'll be talking to people who are around it.
Look, there's a pregnant woman walking in the smoke from the trash heap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is the sanitation this is the sanitation promise. Welcome, General.
Hi, hello, how are you? Hi, guys.
How are you?
Catherine, Jeff.
Yes, General.
This is the sanitation promise. Arrest sanitation. Look at that trash. So you want to tell me that Buckeye is saying that he wants to bring tourism to Liberia? That's what the tourists will look at when they come to Liberia. You think they want to see trash heap in the middle of the marketplace where you buy food? I mean, I thought they came to rescue. That's what they promised Liberians. So Jefferson, they want to wait until before the election to take out the yellow machine so they can try to come back again and continue on with broken promises, failed promises. That's why Mr. Cummings said sanitation is a problem not only for the government to solve, but for the people to solve. So we need to have a system in place to collect the trash, to discard of the trash when you collect it on a regular basis. But also we have to encourage people in their own communities to know how to remove the trash and where to put it. And then the government and people in their communities can work together to remove this trash. Liberia was not this nasty and dirty before the war. So this is not something that to say it's always been this way. But the government from UP to CDC, now UP again, they still have not figured out something simple as how to remove trash from the street. Dr. George, did you see that video?
Yes, I did. General, welcome. Yes, I did. Look, when you have a country where the president of the republic can appoint a deputy minister and an assistant minister to a position that does not exist in the act that constitutes the ministry or local government. If you have a country running like that, do you think if they are so careless that they act that create the local government, they don't read it to know that there is certain ministerial position that is not there, and the president issue appointment to these ministers to go for confirmation, only to get at the confirmation hearing, and the chairman, the chairman of the of the subcommittee tells those people who are come for confirmation, oh, this the idol, your position is not listed yet. If those common things will take care of it, if the president of the nation can stand in front of the nation, address the nation with the annual message of the president, as high as that message is, and as rigorous as the preparation of that message should be, if the president can read a message and he found out that all the statistics he had, every information he gave to Liberian people, about 70% of them were lies. They didn't exist.
7,000 jobs.
There was, if the president, if this president can accept that, how do you think they will clean the street? It's just simple reading thing they're having problem. How about the mathematics now to clean the garbage from the street? And that's the problem. I don't think the Unity Party government have the energy and the zest to clean the street. I don't think so. And besides that, we know the reason. We many of us know the reason why the Monrovia City Corporation mayor was appointed. He did all the billboards, doing most of the billboards, allegedly did most of the billboards for the United Party during the campaign. The same thing with the gentleman at the port. So people are getting paid for the work they did during the campaign mode. They are not interested in doing the work of the Liberian people. And that's the reason we'll continue to tell the Liberian people, we have to look for an alternative. We have two political parties that have run this country for 20 years. And if you think you want to think about how it is, 20 years ago, right, in 2005, when we got this, this political dispensation, our democratic dispensation started, Liberia was way ahead of Sierra Leone. We're way ahead of Sierra Leone. But today, Sierra Leone now passed us. 20 years ago, when I went to Sierra Leone on one of my research trips, you had to navigate the mud roads to go to Kenema, all those in Sierra Leone. Now you get there, you drive on paved roads because we have allowed our neighbors to pass us by. And that's the reason we need leaders. We need we cannot continue, we should not continue to elect leaders based on sentiments. We should elect leaders who have the capability and the ability to move our country forward, to clean the dirt that we have in the marketplaces. And you know, every market in Liberia have the Liberian Market Women Association. And the association receive money from all those market women every year. The government need to start speaking to those leaders of the Market Women Association that receive all this money from them. But I can assure you that the president cannot speak to the head of the Market Women Association, because the head of the Market Women Association in Liberia is one of the most powerful teachers in the country. So you need a brave president to sit her down, or he or she down. But I think now it's a her, because for many years I knew the former one, Madam Slaw. I don't know who is in charge now. Need to sit her down and say, look, we cannot have all these markets with dirt all around. I think what you show is Douala, but it's not only Douala. If you go to Raleigh, it works. You go to, the last time I was in Monrovia, I went to during the campaign, I think the PL went to the how do you call it, the market that President Salif started to move the people from Raleigh, what that place name? Omega market. You go there, the dirt is there. Whole country that day. You cannot Central Street. The dirt have taken over Central Street. So you driving on Central Street, you have to stop to GW Gates High School. You can't fall, you can't pass to go because the dirt have completely taken over Central Street. So that's the situation. But this should remind us that we should be looking forward to electing leaders who are able to take the country forward. Thank you.
Saliki, not only is the sanitation a problem, but the MCC teachers are not being paid either. So what is happening in Monrovia with this mayor, and why is the president not making sure the teachers are being paid or the dirt is being collected?
Look, regarding the lack of payment for teachers, I think a few months ago, we had some volunteer teachers at the University of Liberia and some public uh, high schools. So they were not paid, I think, around December during the Christmas season, right? So these people, they wrote some newspaper to complain. And as soon as the CSA boss got to hear about it, he issued a statement that anybody the government owes, and you dare sending message to journalists complaining to them, you'll be your contract will be terminated. They will release you, threatening the people. For me, I see that to be complete. First of all, see the difference between what the civil servants are being paid with and that of the money these different directors, ministers, and even the lawmakers are making. See the difference, right? The police officer, for example, just see the difference in gap. One man's salary as a lawmaker can pay a police officer for a whole year or two. That's complete wickedness. And the worst of it is that you can't even pay the man on time. And the man come and talk about it. So and some of these civil servants even get more responsibility than the lawmakers and the directors. Some of them they got many children they are sending to schools that they're looking after more than these people who will not take respect to them, right? But you don't pay them on time. You pay them very little, but you can't even pay them on time. And when they talk about it, they lose a job. More like a slavery. For me, that's how I compare it to. Like you are enslaving the people. You pay them small, as if that is not enough, you don't give it to them on time, and they dare not to talk about it. When they talk about it, you threaten them that you release them. This is complete wickedness. And this has been happening for long, from government preaching it to people. CDC, UP. UP was there for 12 years. They see issues existed, right? CDC came to power. Similar thing used to happen. And UP capitalized on it to get into power today.
Do you know what Mr. Cummings' plan is for the civil servants moving forward?
Of course, the last time Mr. Cummings was here, we actually, in fact, and these are the same people. When your expectation or your knowledge don't reach a certain point, and somebody try to talk at that level, you kind of make it like it's impossible, right? These are the same people when Mr. Cummings attended the presidential debate, talk about raising the national budget to $1 billion. They started to say, move on, man, it's not possible. Yeah, all kinds of stuff, right? So right now, Mr. Cummings is talking about raising the salary of civil servants at least to a minimum wage to something like 500 or 400. They say, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. That's the argument how they bring it. How it's actually possible, right? When you cut down wasteful spending, and that's what Mr. Cummings has been talking about. You cut down wasteful spending, to put it into paying teachers well, paying police officers. The LDA, one of the very serious institutions, and something this government ran on to win an election, to fight jobs. About 15 to 13,000 people at the LDA are volunteer. How can you have LDA officers volunteering? These are people who operate with drug dealers. They get money. And I go make an arrest with somebody. I'm a volunteer. You're not paying me, right? And they may offer me 5,000. And you, the government, you're not paying me. You think I will leave 5,000 for zero? That'd be fair now. Except that somebody who is disciplined and love that country. But even I don't even think they get that kind of people saying the LGA right now. And 15,000 people, according to these two officials that were kicked out. One of them was on closing argument the last time. They gave us this number. That 15,000 people at LDA, they are volunteer. They're not on payroll. You see? So that's the kind of country. And Mr. Cummings, you talk about his plan, is to cut down wasteful spending. All that big cars, how you have a president going buy $2 million car to sit inside? An old man who, according to Costa, could not afford to buy a transformer, right? And he go buy $2 million car and sit inside it.
And the border is wide open.
Yeah. You get something in, you go construct 6 point because that one account the other people say that 10 million, right? But the government own account they say that 6 point something million, the presidential villa in Lofa, right? What is so urgent about that you have to go spend $6 million on it? When the University
All
of
the
Liberia,
travel,
the students,
$15
yeah,
million in travel.
yeah. And when the University of Liberia students, they themselves taking paint, that they're going to paint their own building. And you invested $6 million in a presidential villa. So it's mixed priority. It all boils down to leadership. You have this man serving government for 40 plus years. Nothing to show for everything he has, and they make excuses, right? They tell you, say, oh, the old man was not in a position that could affect change. That's why they couldn't show you anything, right? And one of the lie they used again to come about was saying that the reason Ellen Johnson Sirleaf never supported Joe Parker 2017 is because she was afraid that she was going to go to jail when Parker wins, right? That's another propaganda they use. So Parker been president for 3 years now. Ellen is there in like, bro, why she's not in jail? Why? She's there 3 years in being president. Why is Ellen Johnson Sirleaf not in jail? So they use all of that, convince the people that this man is an honest man, he's a good man, all of that, and the making president today. We are seeing what we are seeing. Mr. Kumi said we are experiencing the experience, and this is very, very unfortunate. And Liberians, look at the stuff they put together called asset recovery. 3 years, they've not recovered any assets. The first year they started working, they had this guy, Martin Colley, on a team. Without achieving nothing, they go send the man 7,000 plus for the first 1 month. For the man pay, the man say, but why are you sending me 7,000 for? For what? This thing was put together to recover stolen assets. We've not recovered anything. And you're sending me 7,000 for the first month pay? And I wanted the guy resign right after that incident. He resigned. You see? So now they're fighting him back to back. Somebody they are fighting him. Just because he resigned, say he can't take responsibility. And not everybody will do that. So Martin resigned because they're saying $7,500 for the first 1 month. So imagine when something happened in the country, people talk about it, they wake up, they put indictment on past officials to distract people. That's what they've been doing, but they've not recovered any assets. 3 years. All of us were in opposition working with these people, were accusing CDC officials left and right that they were building mansions and all of that. But these people put asset recovery together. They can't recover nothing in 3 years.
I remember that. They said they were
3
going
years.
after condominiums.
Yeah.
They were going after the Jamaica Resort. They said they were going after Samuel 12. They said they were going after all these people. And now
and the issue about that city mayor, I think Chairman George put it in a right perspective. That guy was hired because he campaigned for them, fix some flyers and people, and he's lost. The last time Mariah posted that on Center Street, the graveyard there, they blocked that whole area because of that. That whole Center Street area, because there's a graveyard there, because of the dirt that is in our location. No car passing there right now. So that guy is lost. There's no innovation. You have an 80-year-old man all going to a 90. How can you have an innovation in that kind of, and when you say you hate you hate your country, age comes with age get fed. They don't know. So Siafa, I think that's how they call him. He's lost. The guy don't know what he's doing. Unfortunately, you go left and right, the place is dirty. All around the city is dirty. According to him, he was working with some private organization to come and clean up the city. I don't know how that bidding process went. They said they were doing some bidding. It's been a year now, almost a year now. That other bidding process can finish.
Let's go to Jefferson. Jefferson, it's been 3 years. Arrest the S's sanitation. And T should be for paying people on time. What is happening?
Yes, so especially the dirt issue in that Douala area, and this is something that we've complained on. Uh, Madam Gibson, to I mean, in fact, the smoke that is coming from over there, many a times when you see the dirt over there, the stock part of dirt, it will grow, it will make mountains, and then what will happen is that sometimes when they're taking the garbage, they're taking the dirt from there. After a couple of months, then you will see dead bodies, sometimes dead babies, and sometimes older ones. You see the elderly people dead. They will always be found, in the dirt. Now, come to think of it, the people who sell over there, it's like they live over there because they spend their entire day there. And then if the dirt is not taken, what they would do, the next thing is that you just notice fire, and then a sparkle, and you see smoke, the dirt start to burn. Now, you saw the pregnant woman passing over there. Somebody would say, well, she will go home, and oh, but this lady was just here. She just came from Douala, and nothing, she was well in her body, and God forbid, and she just passed. But not knowing, the smoke that she inhaled, it affected certain part of her system, and so which led to some damage in her body. But we have a certain mayor, and I'll always say this, who is very weak. He only came on the basis of impression. During the 2023 elections, he had this volunteer teams. They were all around cleaning the city, and then acting as if to say he was best suited for the job. This is a Facebook mayor who only comes to every time you see him cleaning the city or sweeping, you see him on Facebook. He goes live. Once he's done with it, you don't see him anymore. The volunteers who were cleaning the streets, those older women who at least they were just managing, even though the contracts they were on, and then the money was not coming in time. It was little, but still they were not receiving it. So you can't see them anymore because they were trying their best in that Douala. I live Broadview, so every morning, and when I'm coming to work, I will see them in the morning over there. They will always be, uh, around that Douala area, but they're no more. And since John Siafa, Facebook mayor, took over, you cannot see that there has not been this equipment coming in. Like, okay, John Safa has gone out, the mayor has gone out, and then he lobbied, he signed a contract, an agreement with one company. So there are new fleets of vehicles, or trucks coming in to collect the garbage. Not at all. Just the old ones that were here and left. So it is just, I mean, a sign that many of these people, they only came, these rascals, they came to steal, to rob the Liberian people and get rich, amass wealth and go sit down. You see them every time they take photos on Facebook. They eat the best part of it. Why? The ordinary Liberians get sick and they die from these things. Look at the diet in Douala. The people have complained. Every time we take our microphones to them, they complain on the diet. They complain on the city mayor who is not doing anything. There's no company. Back then, you used to see when Maryborough was there, you used to see community, these CBEs. They used to be in the communities taking the garbage, the dirt every time, 3 times a week. But nowadays, you don't see them. So what is this mayor doing? He's just Facebooking, doesn't care about the people. And President Baka sits as president, pampering these officials of government. He does not want to take steps. It's just a sign of weakness, on the part of the government that came to rescue the people when the officials are not working and you still cheating them, you still hiding them. So, I mean, the people will just decide that since these people came and say they came to rescue and they're not doing it, well, we just look at them and we wait for 2029, because it's a sign that when the people, not everyone now, the people they're not protesting again. They're just sitting now waiting to go and protest at the ballot box. And these uh rescue guys, they're there. Or every time the president, the country is good, but the people are suffering. They died. Everybody, you go to the hospital, they tell you, Madam Gibson, they tell you you have typhoid. They check your system, you have typhoid. Oh, from this. I mean, what gives you typhoid? Look at the dirty water. The flies will leave from the garbage, go and
Right.
sit on the people's food. The babies are there. The mothers are breastfeeding the babies. The flies sit on the breast, and the baby sucks the breast. And what have you? You know. So, I mean, it's just a sign of weakness, neglect for the people. Don't care about the people. Once they sit in their luxurious cars, fancy vehicles, they feel comfortable with all the windshields up. They pass over there. The smoke does not affect them. They don't care about the people.
Right.
So it's
And they
just
call,
yeah,
and they call you hand to mouth. Oh, y'all
yes,
hand to mouth
yeah,
people. Y'all like to complain too much. Do you want
yeah.
me to do a bread and butter
You
ministry and I just hand you some bread and some butter? That's the
took
kind of
job
way
from
they
yeah,
talk to the
took
people.
job from
Like,
the people who were working, those who were cleaners. You took their job from them. Now they're sitting home. They're not working. I mean, so what kind of rescue is this? So it's just
disregard. Let's take some calls, Jefferson. Let's hear from the Liberian people. And if they want to talk about any of our topics that we covered for the week. We covered the ANC, Alexander Cummings, and we covered sanitation and the MCC teachers not being paid.
yeah. So fellow Liberians, you're out there tonight. The program you're listening to is LIB Future TV. Today's edition is the weekly review. You've been listening to the conversation here tonight, and of course, you want to be a part of it. It is time that you interact. You can call 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Make your input tonight on the platform. What is it that you want to talk about with all of the talking points? So we talk sanitation as well as you know the starting of the ANC engagement as well and other related issues on the show. You've been following throughout the week. You can also make a comment on any of those issues tonight. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959. Good evening. I mean, good morning. Your name, where you call from? Your name is
Usman Kamal.
Go ahead, Usman.
Thank you very much. I've listened to you. I was listening to a lot of issues. The main teaching and spend a lot of issues on the sanitation. You know, these days, people are doing quality open everybody up. A lot of things you see over there, some is true, some is not factual. The government is trying their best better everywhere. Like they talked about the sanitation in Douala that happens. The body issue that they have in Kona.
Okay, he left. Good evening. Good morning.
Hello?
Sorry. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. Hello?
You live. Your name and where you call from?
Okay, I'm April M. Tobu. I'm calling from Douala.
Go ahead, AB.
Bro, I really thank you for this program tonight. 2 days ago, you know what thing? We that selling in a market, you know what thing? I and my brother, we just see it 2 days ago, but I'm begging you.
What?
Or somebody died way back. The person, they can wrap up the person, so now somebody so go there, when they die in somebody ghetto, they bring them and put a body in out there. Well, I call my brother now, I say, we go. See the thing, the minute bringing the wheelbarrow. Yeah? The minute when they bring it, straight the tongue in the dead, they put there, they start going. And so now when you're happy, go to the market there, they can tell you what we do. The government was collecting all the money. They can't listen to us. I wouldn't want to take what the equipment will get to take. So every night, one day, get come up. You will see the kind of thing that can happen. That I show you some picture for you to see. You will see bars, some other women that come out that children when they sick, when they bring them, when they die. They can't tell nobody. They can come out here to go and put in that deck easy. So, Lord, thank you tonight. Thank you. At least you bring a program every Friday. So, if you not get money, I'll over my last father and sponsor.
Oh, he unfortunately he left. Good morning. Your name, where you call from? Good morning.
Calling for Beverly Field. Aniye Pako Ti Pako.
Okay.
Information discrimination.
Go ahead.
When it comes to the NCC, the information that folks they do, they're not true. The guy that you see on Senate Street, they have to do the city on your logo. They're monitoring the deck, security mine the deck. Any attempt you made that you bring them middle of the night, by around 1 o'clock, you put that on. You get more than 3 on your logo channel out in the deck. So nobody can be in it, nobody can be in the deck. They doing nothing. They found behind the deck. Then that time, the NCC and I have experienced nobody in the deck. You saw the information that we hear that the caterpillar kid, the prison man, taking caterpillar. That could have done the information that is getting, that is so good job at push, they bring this so good to get carried to the city body depot. Master stuff start there. But we can be honest. You got to manage their state job, you kind of power. On to now, you got to manage that. On to now, you got to set deploy there. Even when we don't let somebody want to talk to.
See, you say security deploy at where?
Security
where?
Deploy at the dumper now.
Which dumper?
That is possible. Go there now.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's have a conversation. Which of the area you talking about?
Any dumper you think that is instantly truck they go move it there. Please go there now. The dumper can make mountain, but it can be seen to the one you think on.
When last did you visit Douala? When last did you visit Douala?
No, I'm
talking about you. No, I'm talking about you.
Every week I in Douala. Every week, master stuff there.
And you say
I know what I monitor every night.
Okay.
Every day I pass enough street to make my life.
Okay. Thank you.
Right now.
Good morning.
Morning, my dear brother.
You're live. Your name and where you call from. You're very low, Elijah. You want to be audible?
Yes, sir. My name is Elijah TDV and I'm following you from the Japan Freeway.
Go ahead.
My dear brother, sometimes people call it when people put information on the social media, based information. Yeah. You see, this is not only about the next business, but it's almost about all over Liberia now, all over Morovia. You understand? Every part of Morovia has been dirty. The government still the entire Liberia. They still providing law in the country of the president. Nothing good in the country to be better. Well, which part of the dumper security are serving guy right now? The guy is providing information that they do social media.
These are the people that can lie to people in the country.
You're right. Why should you be information a day? Which part of dumper? Which of the security service that guy at each dumper in the country? I'm sorry. I'm getting confused about Liberian when they provide information on social media. Do you think that people are not listening to you?
Okay.
May the government steal the country, may the government steal Liberia. But hopefully, we will get Liberia back to Liberia constantly to the my dear brother.
Okay.
We'll get Liberia back to Liberia constantly to the number. Just what it has so far.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yes, your name and where you join us from?
I'm Mr. Basu. I'm calling from Carrollton.
Welcome.
Okay, I want to talk something serious about the MCSS school.
Yeah, the MCSS school. Go ahead.
MCSS school. Please do me a favor and go there right now. They're trying to stop taking lessons since that period.
Since when?
Since that period.
Since that period.
That period. Every time they try to go to school, you're not being the class. Check them out, D12 and GWGZ. I will call you back tomorrow on the next program.
Okay. Tottenham, D12 and Gibson.
Check on the MCSS school. Even ask anybody now, you don't show that lesson in the 10th grade, 11th grade, nothing okay to it there. Nothing at all. I got to my children, tell them, why tell them GWGZ? I will call you back next Friday.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the show this morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, my dear brother?
Yes, I'm good. Your name, where you join us from?
My name is Arthur Tito, but I joined you from my resident Jalatan.
Welcome, Arthur. Let's hear you.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. And thank you for the topic on our discussion. My dear brother, Paul is discussing tonight. I very appreciate you. You see, some people, they don't know what they're talking. They may call because they have something or they want to something. Now, like what my brother was just saying, nobody right now you can see at the dump side mine any dump or garbage area. You understand? Even the deck in the car, parked by you, they stand alone. If you not just come with this, you feel don't have back. It happen in Cinco around the DA area, like garbage area. If you're there, you don't even want to eat. I tell you something serious. You don't even want to eat. But it is happening as former president we have done. People discuss the holding taking the city down. And now president is people just kind of fool. They are all the same politicians. But they only criticize their friend because they want to be there. That's how me I look at. You understand? So for me, really agree. We have no time. So I just think a little bit looking better. So I rather appreciate that God favor you and then give you strength and move along there and to continue the program.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. 0777 959 959. We're taking calls. 0777 959 959 0881 871 670. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Jean Tony Gonne, calling from Central Monrovia.
Welcome, Tony.
Yeah, thank you for the topic on the discussion. And I want to come with sincerity to the conversation.
Go ahead.
The MCC under Jefferson Tamakuji and the MCC under John Safa is quite different, very different. We having landfill challenge in this country where the garbage can be finally disposed. The one we have, they are all little usefulness. But I can tell you the current MCC is very proactive when it comes to collecting garbage from key locations in and around Monrovia. You can see it. Alexander Monrovia, about around 3 o'clock, the trucks will begin to pass from street to street collecting garbage to take them to a temporary disposal site where there was sometimes because the temporary disposal site, they take it there like for the Central Street or for Fiamma. There was because having equipment problem. Then people come to the disco with sincerity. You can't tell me say then were better than now. No. If you pass around the Central Street, few days back, the garbage that were there, before the holiday, those garbage were there, able to be collected from there and taken to the disposal site. So even though there are some challenges, but this leadership, this arrest agenda, when talking about sanitation, is proactive, it is moving, and it is seeking more international partner support to be able to handle our garbage issue because we cannot handle it on our own. But I can tell you, in the near bad distance,
so in 3 years, now, can you point to any logistic that entered at least for the MCC in 3 years?
That's what I'm saying. There are logistical challenges. The MCC have competing priority. You have to take care of salary. You have to take care of operation. To run one of these yellow machines that run the fuels, it's costly, right? And you see how the government have a competing priority. But I can tell you, when it comes to sanitation, this government is proactive. This city mayor is not sitting in the office telling people say or job. He is on the field. He's making sure his coordinators are working. And you can even see during the festive season how the city ordinance were being able to be enforced. So I think there have been some improvement, and they are moving to do. I agree, but they will give it out to Premier Sava. He's doing a magnificent job, and I think in the near distant future there are some negotiations on the way by the MCC. I only know.
You got 3 more years to go, my man. Good morning. Oh, you got 3 more years to go. He's saying here.
It's been 3 years. He said we need
Good morning.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Yes, we're good. Your name, where you join us from?
Yeah, I saw you from Satan.
Satan, go ahead. What's your name?
My name is John Flomo.
Okay.
Only thing I got to tell you is I want to tell the Liberia government let the immigration and land of the police go and clean our land from the Guinea soil down there. They want to only be focused on the motorcycle. They only ever motorcycle beating the cycle all around here with baton. When something happening, they don't go there. Let it go clean our land from the Guinea soil and the Guinea immigration down there to that bullet. The whole focus is cycle in Mosorado here. Gravel come on the point there on motorcycle all around in the place here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. 777-959-959 0777-959-959-0881-871-670 plus 231-777-959-959. This is LIB Future TV Weekly Review here on Kia Radio 95.9. Good morning. Morning. Your name, where you join us from?
My name is Ibrahim Khan of Visual Impact New Jersey from Casali Boulevard.
Visually impaired Ibrahim Khan from Kesali. Let's hear you. Kesali Boulevard.
Thank you, Chief. So, the guy who called and then said the political should go if I clean a land that they have for the Guineans. You know, I just want to remind that the president said the God is not making new land. So last statement went all across the world. So those who have a land along the border side with Liberia, the point where they are come from. So maybe but tomorrow they just see again that maybe I report my come for their own service.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
How are you?
Yes, we're good. Your name, where you join us from?
I'm Ezekiel calling from UN Drive.
Welcome, Ezekiel. Let's hear you.
I want to appreciate you people so much for the show at this hour. Brother, really let us talk the facts in this country. You know, sometimes too much of against something, it can make other people, it can do something. You getting me?
Go ahead.
Really, I'm not saying that this government is 100%, but they are trying. When people were talking about death, there is every city people bringing death to the burial places. You know, people will not just bring death. They truck him and call it and chong it away. It got to be back fresh. Let's be realistic, brother. People are trying on the land of cleaning in this country. Even during we are done, they used to park in the street. Tuala. They were sitting down, they were Lebanese and went and carried their yellow machine to shop it there.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's talk the truth, brother.
Can I ask you?
Come again?
Yeah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you remember that when Jefferson Koji was mayor, you people, Unity Party was in opposition. They heavily campaigned that the city was dirty, and in fact, John Safia would have been the best person to clean the city. In no time, the city would have been clean. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that there was a challenge then?
Yes.
So now, why are you complaining?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying something for my observation. During our time and during this period, I've seen the differences on the land of cleaning. To God, I speak.
Okay.
sometimes grass used to grow in the drainage and die by itself and then run and grow up. For the righteous I speak. But now it has not yet happened in that way.
You think the teenagers on the Somalia Drive, they clean the Japan freeway? They clean?
Yes, yes.
I'll go there tomorrow and you call. I hope.
No, listen.
No,
Hello?
no. Listen.
Hello?
Let's be real. Hello? Listen, let's be real. Somalia Drive, the teenagers over there, they are filthy. Let's be honest.
Allow me,
No. You can't come and be saying things like that. Don't fool the people. Good morning.
Hello.
Let's hear you. You need to know where you call from.
I call from Ghana and Small Simago.
What's your name?
MNJ Weeks.
Go ahead.
And we're talking about sanitation. They draw my attention.
Okay.
All about sanitation. I work with the Ministry of Labor.
Okay.
I'm an employee. Maybe they can sack me tonight. No, don't laugh.
Go ahead.
We're talking about sanitation.
Yeah, go
Come
ahead.
on, go to the ministry. We leave from here, we go to the ministry for all to use the bathroom. But then the bathroom will be locked. Come on, all people want ourselves.
You employee you?
Yes. Oh, but like I say, they can dismiss me. Why they real want to talk it?
Wow.
Maybe other people will. So we talk about sanitation. Come on, the ministerial complex there. We don't have water. Water to use the bathroom. And what kind of government will run it so? To use the bathroom when we go, as an employee, we leave our houses. We go to work. And we want to ease ourselves. Nowhere. The whole bathroom is like I work with the Ministry of Labor. I say I'm a manager wish. I'm a driver at the ministry. And now I'm missing my wall. Put me on record for that. All right, so I'm talking about all the one where you're talking about Douala, Central Street. These are truth.
So then when you talking, then when you talking at them, if you go to work Monday, the people say, "My man, you pull a secret outside." What will happen to you?
Another play my mind, my papa for me. I can say me all life. I'm a career man, not because I electric. Not because I electric. Sorry for the word I use. Electric.
Yeah.
And I can say a farm of means or survival. So what is true more talk it?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
the show. Thank you for the show.
All right, thank you for the show.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, man, how you doing?
Yeah, we're good. Your name, where you join us from?
Calling from Ghana.
Go ahead.
But thank you very much. You know, the issue of sanitation, some of we sell water.
Okay.
A lot of things that used to go on in water currently is not happening now. Not be here. Some of we are citizens, but we see the good thing of the government. Now we speak the truth. That bro, we only control like the no dictators in here.
Okay.
So when we see the truth, the government is employing a lot of system issue. I can name to you. The government is trying on it.
Let's talk about the death on Water Street. Between 1 minute between Como Hill, 1 minute between Como Hill, St. Randall Street and Macklin Street. Let's talk about the death in between.
I said right there. The death was the thesis are speaking about the thesis. The people were not even run down Macklin Street going all the way down. Currently, we don't see that even before. You call the people will call them, want to put money to 7,000 before they come to us. But currently, by the time for the program, they put the people shorty. That be weird. 6 or 7 kind of issue again, the government is working on. And when they continue this, we will see ourselves going back again. We'll convince our brothers and sisters to go for them. And when they continue again, they have politics, they get penetrate. People that couldn't take in the video to be the best, they put a country backward. It's not some of us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name, where you call from?
My name is Evanso Moya. I call you from Bona Farm.
Bona Farm. Go ahead, Alfonso.
Okay, so much. I appreciate you this morning for your analysis. No, we the Liberian people will fool ourselves. And then politicians come and fool or again. No, the problem here is that you see now Joseph Boga government, the people keep and lie to us. Every lie to the defeat us. They fool us to the extent that we don't even know what to do. Our brothers, our nephew, uncles, we're riding the tricycle, motorbike, or around here, feeding their family, sending their children to school. The first thing, the people came, they say, oh, we're looking for driving lesson. They will obey them and then go for driving lesson and then drop for insurance, do everything. And then you go 1 week, they take everybody from the street, put them aside. Then they street they discussing about I guess pass on one or let me see Dancing Street and how they call the street Buchanan Street.
Yeah.
Between they get on a restaurant apart beyond there, my brother the place is very, very dirty. And when I say dirty, absolutely dirty. To God, I pass to that place today, I don't able to eat my own food to my home. If I lie, God looking at me, God's a witness for you and myself. I don't know you. Trust me. It's that people open their mouth because they are doing this, they are doing too much more work then for honor unity party. They say, oh, the government working. We not hate the unity party. Nobody hate. All we need a good thing to happen in this country. For real. No government, and for me, government not putting money in my pocket. I don't depend on government. But at least let the raffle things happen for our own children to benefit tomorrow. It seems.
Oh, too bad. But he left.
Jefferson, there's one more on the line. You can take one more.
Yeah. Well, we can go ahead.
Okay.
There's no corner.
So, Dr. George, what did you take from these callers?
Well, what we learned tonight is that there is a great opportunity in Liberia that Liberians do know what it means to live in a country that is successful and they know what they want. Hopefully, we all will rally around and make sure that we all work for the change we need for our country. That's what I heard from these callers tonight. I heard the anger, the anguish, and the disappointment in their voices. Even the person who called to try to sugarcoat, that person was later how they call it, was later stepped down, lack of words, by other scholars to say, look, why are you lying like this? We know the reality and we live the reality. So I think we're great calls that came in tonight, and these are the kind of calls and these are the kind of conversation that strengthen us who are in this political field, that strengthen us to make sure that we get to Liberian put the right candidate to lead our country to the best place. Thank you.
You know, I heard this thing that I hear a lot from people. They said this government is trying, but that's not what they told you when they were campaigning, that they were going to come and try. They said they were going to rescue the country. They said they were going to fix the problems. They said they have 40 years of experience and that when they come in, they know how to do the right thing. Now you hear, you want to start trying. You know, these are excuses that we give to them, and it continues to keep us behind. Liberia does not have to be one of the bottom countries in the world, one of the poorest countries in the world. 2 out of 5 people going to bed hungry is because we have low expectations for these people, and we continue to give them excuse after excuse. Oh, they're trying. It's small. It's a little bit better. The trash is everywhere. You can't ignore it. People saying the bathrooms at their job don't even work. There's no running water at the Capitol. This is failure. This is nothing but failure. And we just have to be real and honest about it. You know, we on a Friday night, we're gonna speak truth. I'll be here next week. You call back. Look around this week. You see trash. The Capitol building, the building that It's supposed to be the building where we keep laws, where we make laws. They don't have running water. That's failure. Nothing but failure. You have pregnant women walking through the trash, inhaling this stuff. Next week, we're going to go over the healthcare system. I'm going to talk about whether or not when you get sick in Liberia, if you have access to good healthcare. Why your government officials have to leave the country and get on a plane, go to India, go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, go to America to get treatment instead of fixing the system for the Liberian people. So, we have to be real. This attitude of they're trying, it's small, they would get it, live better. No, we can't keep doing that. We're going to keep being behind in the world. And Liberians, we deserve better than they're trying. Small. I see they're cleaning it, they're trying. No, we need somebody who can fix the problem. Let us have a good country. Let us have a clean country. Let us have a country that there's running water. Things are working. The LEC is not going on and off and on and off and on and off, more off than on. Let us have a country where there's access to health care, where the kids can go to school, and then when they graduate, they can get a job. For God's sake, the children go. Joseph Buckeye, the president, was at a school ribbon cutting. He talked about these people who only think about hand to mouth, would say, can we eat school? Can we eat roads? Can we eat yellow machine? The point is, after these children graduate from that school, what will they do with their life? What happens next? It's not a joke. They need jobs. They studied, they graduated. What kind of career will they have? This government has not provided jobs. And it's not good enough to give them excuse and say they're trying. That's not what they told you when you voted for them. We need change. We need somebody who knows how to fix the country. And that's why we want you to consider Alexander Cummings. He can bring jobs, $400 a month for civil servants, 600,000 jobs to the country, jobs in technology, agriculture, tourism. That's what the Unity Party said they were going to do. They haven't done it. So it's time to try something new. It's time to try something new. So we'll be back every Friday. So LIB Future TV weekly review. Come back next week. Tell me how your week was. Tell me if you saw the trash. The man said there's security standing by the trash right now.
Imagine the guy.
He calls every night with some story. So, we know he knows what he's gonna say. But I want you all on Monday. We have two good shows coming on Monday. The General is having a show, The Independent Minds for a Better Liberia. Care Radio 95.9. It will be Liberia time 10:30 a.m. And he will be talking to Leo Johnson. He's the executive director of what is that? The Reading Lab, Jefferson. What is the name of that?
I can't remember. Yeah, I can.
Well, Leo will be. He created a new reading facility in Liberia, and he will be here talking about it and talking about other issues in the country. So you don't want to miss that show. That will be a good show. That's on Monday. And we have on Monday at Liberia time is 7 p.m. We have special guest Gerald Barkley. He's going to be here. He's going to be talking about his movie Tolbert. And I have a trailer I will play for you all. It's supposed to be a very good movie talking about the life of President Tolbert and what happened during the 60 minutes. And I think he's going to be at a film festival in Liberia. So if I can get the trailer, I will play it for you all. No, I can't get it, but I will post it on our Liberia Future TV Facebook page so you can see it from there. But Monday will be a very interesting day on Kia Radio, so be back with us on Monday. And Dr. George, you want to give us your closing?
Thank you all for joining us this evening. It's wonderful hearing you, your calls, and the conversation. Liberia is a great nation, and we have all that we need to be a better country. All we lack right now is leadership. And with your help and with your support, every one of us can come together and rally around Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, who has the leadership to move our country forward and to make our country a better country. So we look forward to engaging with you, and we look forward to you joining and teaming up with the 20th National Congress. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Jefferson, what did you learn from the calls that we took tonight?
A lot. It just shows that, well, there are some, like we've always said, there are some people or some young people who believe, who are still, living in some kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but the reality is that people will see the facts and they will still blind their eyes to them. How can a typical Liberian man or young man, just who stays in Liberia, who claims that he stays in Liberia, will say that there are officers, police officers assigned at every garbage center? I mean, it is so delusional. I don't know where he's getting that. If you want to defend, you should defend, something with a clear conscience. You can come and tell the people, when we go in the field every day, look at the video that was played here. Every time, the people themselves will have to pull fire to burn it. And then you're saying that, you complained yesterday, CDC did not take that, but today you're saying the government is trying, even though they are challenged. How can you say there are challenges when you campaign that, the people are not doing it? Then they said, but you're still complaining. Then you say challenges. So I just see this as, as from a mockery, and you want to defend the government when you know that things are not right. And it's almost like somebody is calling, oh yeah, the government giving job, but you're sitting who you don't have jobs, but you say the government giving jobs. So, well, this is Liberia. That's just Liberia for us. We know the country. We know how things are. We know how people operate. So that's just it. Has just been a wonderful show, Ms. Gibson.
Thank you all. Next week we'll be back Friday. Monday, General will be back with Independent Minds. Then later on, Liberia Future TV will be on with Saliki and Michael Padmore. They will be interviewing Gerald Barkley on the life of Tolbert. Tuesday, Saliki will be on. Wednesday, 7 p.m., Joseph Coleman will be on. And Thursday, Dr. Pearson will be on. And then Friday, I will be on. So every night, Friday, meet me back here. Let's be real, Liberians. Let's talk about what's happening in the country. Let's see how we can change it. This is Liberia Future TV. We want a better future for the country. We don't want to see piles of dirt in the street. We don't want to see people not being paid at the end of the month after they work hard. They can't pay their bills. We don't want people to have to leave the country to get health care. We don't want people to go to school and not have jobs. And we should not make excuses for these politicians who do not deliver on what they say they were going to do. We shouldn't cover up for them. You know, some of the callers, they were real and they said no. Let's be honest. It's been 3 years. We gave them 3 years. They still have not done what they said they were going to do. And some of you make excuses for them. But you know, when you make excuses for them, that means that they're just going to fail the next year and the next year and the next year. It's been 20 days since they brought the yellow machines in the country. This government said they were going to have mechanized agriculture. They said that we were going to grow our own rice. We would not have to import rice. Jefferson, they said Joseph Buckeye had 40 years of experience in agriculture.
So
So what happened? They're still trying.
And the agriculture budget is very low. Very low. With all the experience, it's very low.
They're still trying. So let's stop making excuses. Let's start holding them accountable for what they said they were going to do, what they promised they were going to do, what they told you they were going to do. And if they don't do it, then you have to change. New people. There's other people that can run the country better than CDC or UP. You don't have to go backwards. You know, I heard one of the callers said the CDC was a little bit better.
Yeah.
It was a little bit. Let's not go back to a little bit better. Let's imagine for a minute you have a country like Dr. George said, a clean country. He remembers when the country was clean, when the streets were clean. He remembers when people had jobs, the youth had jobs for the summer. They were not turning to drugs. They were not, living a life that was hopeless and helpless because they have nothing to do with themselves. You know, what kind of country don't have no jobs for the children, don't have no jobs for the people? You heard the woman on the recording. She said there's nobody buying from her. She can't even hardly send her children to school. You know, what is she eating every day? Life does not have to be that hard. It doesn't have to be that way. If you change, you see, I'm going to challenge the Liberia Future TV family, Friday Night family. All of us have to change if we want to see change. We can't just expect for the country to get better if we do not change either. So this week, I want you to open your eyes and look a little bit different at the country. Instead of looking at it as if it's the regular day-to-day hustle that you're going through, I want you to open your eyes, look a little bit different and see how this country could be if Liberians own these businesses and they weren't all owned by foreigners. How could it be if the government enforced the Liberianization policy? How could it be if we had an honest government that did not steal from us? How could it be if we had health care? If we had farming in the country where we grew our own food? You know, one of the callers even said that the mayor was dependent on or relying on international funding, that they need help. If your country has $50 million a year to pay for legislatures, why do you need help? You have money. You don't need help. You're just not using the money for the people. You're using it for the legislature. So let's come back next week, Liberia Future TV family. Let's be real. I want to hear your experiences from the week and what happened, what didn't happen. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Friday.
still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.